Yo, what up, y'all? Thank y'all so much for dropping by, man. I'm just about to dive right into it, man. And just get right to the point. Is Spider-Man coming to the Xbox Series X and S and cloud gaming, cloud streaming, stream on the go, Game Pass? Will it be there soon? We don't know. A Insomniac apparently had released some time ago a tweet, basically tweeting, about some things that may have gave some fans and fanboys, an idea that this may be happening. Because look, Helldivers have already went over to Xbox. You got Death Stranding, MLB The Show. I think some other games like is it Predator or something like that. Now Sony, I know for a fact, I was in the console war for a long time, and I know how greedy, grimy, shady, backstabbing Sony can be at times. I know for a fact they didn't want to do this. They have forced their hand because they have pushed these games up costing so much to make them. You know what I'm saying? 300, 400 mil. They can't afford it anymore. Of course, they're going to have to bring it over to other platforms like PC, Nintendo, Xbox, cloud gaming. It may be even coming to mobile soon because you can mobile game now. So to see that this may happen, and Xbox already got Helldivers, and I think it's hitting numbers along the line like 500,000, active players or something like that, coming from a lot of PC side and Xbox side. Insomniac may want a piece of that pie as well. Now we can go back in history and say, PlayStation stole Spider-Man away from Xbox. We seen Insomniac didn't always have Spider-Man. Sony didn't always have Spider-Man locked down to their console, to the PS4 and PS5. We seen, Activision used to make, Spider-Man. So when they did the exclusive backdoor deal, it automatically locked Spider-Man down to the PS5. Sony's known for doing exclusive backdoor deals behind Xbox back. Oh yeah, we can go way back. If we really want to take it there, we can go back. We know Sony is known for doing these exclusive backdoor deals. Now, that was on the lying, crying, snitching Jim Ryan when he tried to block the Call of Duty exclusive deal, backdoor, Xbox. They didn't want them to lock down Call of Duty. But yet and still, they want to lock down Spider-Man. You see how Sony operates? They always want to, basically delete the competition off the map by locking big AAA bangers down to their ecosystem. And a lot of people don't like to hear that. Oh no, well, competition is good. It's all about business. They have a bigger platform. They have a bigger install base. Blase woo woo. Well, Helldivers ain't saying that no more. Sony new CEO ain't saying that no more. Play anywhere, right? That's what we doing. This is the new generation. Play anywhere. And the ponies, the fanboys, they don't like that. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear play anywhere. They want to be stingy with all their games, but yet and still they want all of Xbox games to go over to PlayStation. Sony want to lock down all the games, all the exclusives, where it force you to this remake station, this frame drop plastic box that don't nobody care about anymore. That only the casuals care. Cause like diehard fans are like, we done got ripped off on this PS5 Pro frame drop plastic box, frame drops, can't even hit a smooth 60 on every game, and you saying that it's upgraded to, we put a bigger chip, bigger power in there, and they ain't seeing it because the developers can't optimize the games right because of something. Is it the ray tracing? The ray tracing station? Ain't that's what they used to brag about? Whatever happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the problem that we're having. We are in a generation where Spider-Man should never have been locked down. Batman should never be locked down. If it's an exclusive deal, I have heard things like that out here in these gaming streets. Oh yeah, a lot of people about to say, well, why would they lock down every superhero game? Because look, Sony already locked down Spider-Man. They did an exclusive backdoor deal, a dirty deal, behind Xbox back. They locked down all the X-Men characters. Look at Wolverine, look at the X-Men. All of them locked down to Sony ecosystem. They got the rights to him. That's why they're making a Wolverine exclusive. Now, can this change and do like Helldivers and MLB The Show later on down the road? Yeah, it could. But knowing Sony, they don't really want to do it. It ain't in good faith. It ain't in good like they really wanted to do it. It's because the cost of gaming went up. Inflation, the price, the console. Sony's still raising the price on their consoles. Like we had 5 years, come on, man. Really? Sony is still raising the price on their console. This is ridiculous. It's gonna be at 800, 900, bro, before the year out if they keep it up. They because they seen Nintendo got greedy and grimy. Now they feel like they got the most popular console. That's what this is all about. Who's the most popular? We're more popular than them, and we got more bangers, AAA bangers, well known than them, and this, that, and the third. Lockdown Spider-Man from two, fan base, from Xbox fan base, from Nintendo fan base. It should make its way back to Nintendo and Xbox and PC, all three of them. Like, you are actually shooting yourself in the foot, because look at all this money you're leaving on the table by being greedy, grimy, and shady. And we know Sony for doing that back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, with lying, crying, snitching Jim Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just waiting on this news to drop one day when they're gonna say, all right, like, Disney is busting Sony upside the head with this price for the license for Spider-Man. The cost to make Spider-Man is through the roof. 200 mil, 300, 400 mil, however. Then you got to pay the studio. Then you got to pay all the employees. How can you keep this up if you're charging more for your console, but you ain't seeing return on investment? You're charging more for games when they decided to raise games to 70, and all the games are coming out broken, buggy. Spider-Man even came out broken and buggy. Y'all remember Spider-Man? I think it was Spider-Man 2 dropped broken and buggy. But now they can't keep it locked down because of Disney went up on their prices. Across the slate, Nintendo went up on their prices. Now Sony see that. That's a bad example, because Sony already want to milk their own fan base for everything they got already. Hands down. Disney want to milk everybody. Look at the theme park prices. Marvel, look at all the prices. Everything is through the roof, people. You know what I'm saying? All we can do is warn the people. Hey, look out, man. Don't be getting ripped off buying a PS5 Pro and it's a frame drop, plastic box, remake station. All you gonna get is remakes and remasters this entire generation. Maybe next generation you will see some more bangers like sequels and prequels. But as of right now, the cost of it is just way too much. It's taking 5 years to get a game out. 7 years. No wonder why they want to use AI. These game devs have become so lazy. Like, you remember last generation, they was just dropping banger after banger after banger. Now you can't even spend 300-400 million to get Sony to drop a banger. We are in some hard times when it comes to the gaming industry, man. Especially when the superhero games, some of them flopping because of this woke trash they've been pushing out here in these gaming streets, movie streets, TV show streets. And I just want to touch on that, man. Will Spider-Man make his way back to the Xbox ecosystem, Game Pass, Stream Anywhere, or mobile, or Nintendo? Who knows? It should come back to Nintendo too as well. That is a lot of money left on the table, bro, just for being greedy and grimy. And you want to force everybody to a PlayStation that we don't want. I don't even like the PS5. I like the bangers. I like the AAA banger games that they have on the PS5. I like the streaming subscription services that you can play on the go. If you have laptops and PCs, you can play PlayStation app on the go, but I don't care to have an actual PlayStation console. I like PC, where you can play Game Pass and PC games and PlayStation games on PC. And that's why I say PC is the best platform to play on, or Nintendo, because Nintendo, all their stuff still exclusive from as of now that I can think of. I don't think you can play Nintendo nothing on PC yet, but it may be coming. They should actually bring an app out, kind of like Game Pass, and they still would be making a lot of money. Like, Sony might have to switch to that strategy too, and stop locking down all your games just to PS5, because even though you're selling like hotcakes, it's just casual gamers. Fortnite, Call of Duty, Madden 2K, GTA, Rockstar, Red Dead Redemption, the same games are topping the chart year in, year out. So you ain't really making money on Spider-Man like that when you had to bundle Spider-Man with the PS5 to hit 10 million to show the shareholders, but you really wasn't making that money back. That's why they're in the talks of Insomniac like, man, listen, we really ain't made our bag back. Y'all milking the PS5 for everything it's got, and now y'all going up on the PS5. What is it, like at 750 now? 750, probably gonna cross over 800 soon. This is ridiculous, bro. It's way too expensive to be in gaming. Like, they're gonna price everybody out the market. And if Spider-Man stopped at 10 mil, whenever they said, oh, we hit 10 million copies sold, and the sales kind of stopped at 10 or 11 mil, that lets you know that Sony was bundling the game to push the game, to make Disney and shareholders make it look like the game was popping, so they won't rip the license back from them. We already know how the game goes. Like, Sony is grimy, man. They've been doing this out here in these gaming streets for a very long time. But I'm gonna leave it right there, man. I just want to touch on that. Will Spider-Man make his way back to Xbox, Nintendo, stay on PC? We'll have to see. So y'all guys already know what to do. Make sure you smash that like, click that notification bell, subscribe, man, so you can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news out here in these superhero streets.